In this video, we are going to go over how to master fonts. Now there's a lot of ways to do fonts in the Visual Builder and throughout your site. So we're going to go over the different ways you can do it and the best strategy for the fonts so that they're easier to manage down the line when you make changes and so that they load faster. Alright, so let's take a look at this page right here. We're already in the Visual Builder. We've got a header font here. This is called an H1 font. That just means a bigger style header and something that Google also values more for SEO. Can't have too many of them, but this is the H1 font, and then here's a subheader font, and then we've got some text. Good design, part of good design is keeping things consistent. So if this font size changes, and this is an H1 font, then you'll want it to kind of remain the same throughout your website so that things feel like they're in sync. Now, one way to change this font is to go here. We go to the settings, and you could highlight the font right here and make some changes to it. So you could go here, you could change the text color to something else. We'll change it to, let's change it to red, okay? Now the problem is that this is the only one that's red. If we're going to change this to red, we ideally should change it over here and also change the subheaders to red as well for this scenario. So what I could do is go in here and change this to red. And then go here. Let's add some more headers. This is another header. And then we go here, make it a header that's black. So now we change it to, let's change it to red. Okay. So we've got 3 red headers, and on each one we had to go in and change it to red. Now that's one way to do it, but that is very time consuming because say someday you want to change this header to green. Well, now you got to go in and change every single header to green. So let me show you a better way. Let me remove all the formatting so we can see all the formatting that it added in terms of code behind the scenes. But I'm just going to go here and oops, let's just go here and clear that. You know what? Maybe we can select all of it, clear it all at one time. Perfect. And let's check our code. Okay, great. So we cleared it all. So here's the better way to do it. We're in a module, and in this module we can change the headers all at once. So we go here to design, we go to header text, and we can take all the H1 headers and change them to red. And then this is another type of header, so we could actually click on this little paintbrush right here, and that will jump us to the right header, and then we could change that to red as well. So that's a little quicker way, and then that ensures that all the headers stay consistent with the same color, and you can make changes to it in one location. And another thing you could do is then simply go here, click the 3 little dots, click copy module styles, and then go to this module and paste the module styles. But there's an even better way because that's even more time consuming. So let's undo that. And we'll go here, go back to the settings, go to the heading text, and we will put back, we'll reset it by pushing that little button. We'll go to the H3, and we'll also reset that. Okay, so now we're back to 0. So the other way we could do things is kind of move even further backwards up the scale and go to the row, check out the design. Actually, let's step even further back. So that's as far as we can go with the module. But that is not the best way to handle it. So if we can, we want to step even further back and jump all the way back to the customizer. The customizer allows us to do things site-wide. So let us just save this. So this is just plain. And we're going to jump back even further. And I've already got the customizer open. Okay, let me jump back here a little bit. So here's the customizer. And in the customizer is where we can affect things site-wide. So let's go to General Settings. Let's go to Typography. And in Typography, there's something called Header Text Color and Body Text Color. Let's go to Header Text Color. And let's bring that to red. And now, as you can see, the red changes here. The red changes here. The red changes down here. And actually, on every single header, it's now changed to red. So that means in the future, if we want to change all the headers to green, then we can change them all in one place. Now say you want to specifically just change one header. Well then, when you go, let's save that and let's see what happens. So we'll publish this. Now let's reload this. So this, we're going to dig back into this one specific page. And let's say we want this to be red. Well, now I can go in here and I can do two things. I can go to the design, I can go to the heading text, and I can switch that to red and that to red, and that will override the stuff I did in the customizers for just this instance. Now let's undo that. And we'll undo this. Actually, no. Let's go back. We will do that again. And we will do that here. So now we've got this override of the customizer by the settings. And now let's go to the content. And we can even override both the customizer and the settings in design by highlighting this and changing this color to, say, green or blue. So now you can see the order of operations here. This overrides everything. This here overrides the customizer. And then the customizer is the very foundation of everything site-wide. So ideally, you want to always start with making as many changes as possible in the customizer first, because later on down the line, that can save you a lot of time and make it a lot easier to keep things consistent. That's how you master fonts. The same rules apply for the font face in addition to the color in terms of how the order of operations are. Hopefully this all makes sense, and if you have any questions, just message us. Thanks for watching.